You know, no matter how many times you have a new belt day, no matter how many belts you already have, you still get that Christmas morning type of feeling. At least I do. I've been excited to get this one. This just came in yesterday, May 30th. And let's take you to the unboxing. All right, let's get into this unboxing. The only thing I've done so far is remove the shipping labels. This thing came in, I want to say it came in like 9:45 in the morning. Something like that. The box feels a little damp, but it hasn't rained here today. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, this thing came in, and I was able to go on my lunch break and put it away. Get this. Hang on a second. Huh. Okay, there we go. That's a lot easier. So, ordered this belt back in March. FCLUBVK. There's all their contact info. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. Find them on YouTube. I'm assuming WhatsApp. So this obviously is the 1, 2, 3. I think this is the fourth belt I got because I got the original red logo. I got the SD Winged Eagle that was signed by Slaughter that I sold. And then I got the red logo that's downstairs right now. And I want to say those are it as far as belts that I've gotten from him. So this will be the fourth belt. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I really do. Of course, carefully doing away with the bubble wrap. This thing is shrink wrapped well. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. I will say the backing, number one, it's real leather. I can tell by the way it feels. And number two, it feels awesome. That. Same thing over here. Get rid of that. Get rid of my razor blade so I don't slice up my new belt accidentally. And for the big reveal. That's a beaut, Clark. Ah, that looks good. So you saw it was packaged really well. We will get into the nitty-gritty the more I dissect it. This is my first time seeing it, obviously. So far, I'm pretty happy with this. So, to get my expanded thoughts, we go back to the review. Alright, so as you saw in that unboxing, it was very well packaged. He does include business cards with every belt he sends. If you want to rewind the video and go back and screenshot it or whatever to find out how to get in touch with him if you want a belt like this, or he makes a wide array of other belts. WWE Cruiserweight, Big Eagles, Winged Eagles, Intercontinentals, Undisputeds, WCW belts, NWA belts, the whole thing. So, I want to say the wait time on this would roughly be about 2 months. And the reason why I can't give you a totally accurate time frame is because some things were delayed. Number one, they had a little incident over there between India and Pakistan that we all know, and shipping was postponed. That delayed this belt getting shipped out earlier. The other thing was, and this is not a knock, this is kind of a compliment. sort of a kudos thing to this maker, to FCLUBVK, is that he noticed the strap was wrong after he had already put the plates on it and sent me completed photos. He noticed the strap was incorrect. And when I asked him for my tracking number, he said, hang on, I'm having to fix something. I'm having to repair this or get you another belt. I can't remember how he phrased it, but I said, well, while you're doing that, let's talk about the strap. I said, the spacing between the plate and the lacing is too far apart. He goes, that's exactly what I noticed. He said, that's why I'm making you a new strap. So he caught that on his own. That wasn't me telling him. That wasn't, me getting the belt and being dissatisfied with it. He caught that on his own. So kudos to him. Props to him for recognizing a problem, taking his own time, his own resources, his own labor, and making it right before he sent me the belt. So that's what I like to see in a maker, as opposed to, that's just how we make it. Sorry. Right? Or a maker that tries to buy your silence, which will never happen over here. But this belt, made by FCLUBVK Belts, when he posted the completed photos on his page, this is after he had remade the strap. Okay, so this is recently, within like the last 10, 14 days, whatever it is. Somebody asked about price. So I'm going to give you guys the price that he replied. At the time of me filming this video, this belt is $550 shipped. Now, if you contact him 8 months from now, because this is your first time watching this video, and you want to ask him about making you one of these, and he says $600, that means obviously his price went up. When does price ever go down? Never. So, like I said, FCLUBVK Belts, you can find them on Facebook, on Instagram. I will put stuff on the screen, or you can just go back and look at the guy's business card. So this belt debuted, from what I can find on the internet, May of 1984. This is the belt that replaces the Big Green, held by Hulk Hogan after he defeats Iron Sheik in January of 84. And it's obviously it's a Reggie Parks artwork belt. And it combines two things that I really, really love and puts them together. One is not from Reggie, but it's a feature that Reggie would also do. And one is totally Reggie. And the first one is the main plate. This main plate shape, I love it. It's the same main plate shape as I have downstairs on my NWA TV. The one that has Mendoza's leather. Same main plate. And very similar side plates too. Obviously the difference is being you had a camera for the TV belt and the tripod. The legs came down and this had to be shortened. This little spiral pattern here had to be shortened to accommodate the legs. Obviously, it would say television champion instead of heavyweight wrestling champion or world heavyweight wrestling champion, and Hulk Hogan's name wouldn't be there. So, this is acid etch. This is SD, which is remarkable when you look at the details on these plates. That this is just his SD. That's how you go back on my channel and watch the Winged Eagle. That was my first video that he sent me, and compare like the shape of the stars and stuff on the bottom of the main plate. You compare that to this belt, and he's done a tremendous job getting better. His leather is better than what he used to send me. So, let's just get into now. One thing I think is ironic here is, and yes, the snaps do line up very well. Hang on, I gotta take a drink before we get into this. It's craving a margarita. So, let's get into this. The plates. He did have to change the artwork for me because something about, I noticed the date was off with Buddy Rogers. It was supposed to be April 11th of 63 and it had like April 13th or something. I was like, that's not right. That's April 11th of 63. Then you get to Bruno. May 17th of 63 through January of 71. Ivan Koloff. January 71 through February of 71. You pick up with Pedro Morales. Held that belt until December of 73. And you notice, so we go from December 1st of 73 with Pedro to back to Bruno here on December 10th. That's because there's a 1 week run that because of Reggie Parks' artwork, didn't make the cut. They ran out of room, and that's Stan Stasiak. So on the original belt, it's like this too. You go from Pedro straight to Bruno, and Stan Stasiak's run is not accounted for. After that, you go to Superstar Billy Graham, April 30th of 77 through February 20th of 78. Then we get to Bob Backlund, February 20th of 78 through December 26th of 83. And then Sheiky, Iron Sheik, December 26th of 83 through January 23rd of 84. And that brings you to Hulk Hogan. Now, very, very nice work on these plates. They are about 3.2 millimeters thick. They don't appear to be 4 millimeter to me in terms of thickness. The etching is probably more shallow than what most people would like. I'm okay with it, especially when you consider the price point. Look, you got to factor that in my opinion. Because, yes, Classic Shields could make you this belt. Yes, Orm or Nawaz or Altair could make you this belt. It's probably going to cost you more. You're probably going to be looking at deeper etching, but you're also going to be looking at longer wait time than 2 months, right? So you got to factor all that in and what's best for you. Me, with someone who likes this belt but doesn't necessarily love this belt, I'm okay with this. For $500, $550, I'll do this every day of the week, as opposed to having to wait a year plus to get a Classic Shields that may have better etching. But, you know, you got to be really patient, and I'm not. So, we get to the lacing. He did very, very nice double loop lacing. And what I mean by nice is I can't find any flaws in his lacing work. I don't see any knots or anything where he forgot to do something. It's very even. I said that this belt combined two things that I really like. One is the shape of the main plate. The other is double loop lacing. I love that on the 10 pounds of silver. I love that on the Dome Globe. And so that's why I opted for the Hogan 84 instead of the Hogan 85, which doesn't have double loop lacing. It just has that EXO tooling that Reggie would do. 2x5 over here on your female snaps. 2x8 obviously on your other end on your male snaps. I'm happy with this belt. For the price point, I can't complain, especially when the backing is so nice. It is leather. It's not, for this price point, it is not vinyl, which is crazy. You know, some makers will charge you this much and give you vinyl. Some makers will charge you, because my stacked Big Eagle, not by Hirosha, but the one before, the other one, was vinyl. But this is leather. Very well done. His snaps are straight. There is no flaws. He didn't accidentally slice into this or you know, there's no flaws on this backing. Everything is covered very nice and very smoothly. So, little tidbit of information for you there. Number one, that's pretty, I gotta say, for it being a lace strap and having that sort of flexibility is really, really good. Now, it won't hold there because of the lace strap. But when you add lacing to a strap, it adds stiffness and rigidity because now you have a leather border around every square inch of this, or every inch of this, the perimeter of the strap, right? It doesn't want it to be flexible now. For it to hold like that, I'm happy with. So, but that's not what I was going to tell you. What I was going to tell you is, I don't know if it's at Hogan's Beach Shop in Clearwater or Hogan's Beach Shop in Tampa or Orlando. I'll have to find out. But at one of Hogan's Beach Shops, this belt, the original belt, the ring used one, you can actually go and see. And if you pay whatever their asking price is, it's cheap. It's like $20. You actually can take a picture with the original belt, which I wouldn't be taking. I guess I would in the end, but I'd be inspecting the original belt, obviously looking for things I missed, because that's what I do. But so all in all, would I recommend this belt maker? Absolutely. I've used him 4 times now. He sent me 4 very good quality belts. This one and the current red logo that's sitting downstairs, that's signed by Tito Santana. Great belts. Would not hesitate to do business with him again. Like I said, his info, FCLUBVK belts on Facebook. I'll put his Facebook page up.
You can find him at FCLUBVK store on Instagram. His email and everything is on the business card. Next video you're going to see from me is going to be the Belt Chronicles returning next week. I have 15 episodes that I want to get done. And right now, I have 3 shot, edited, and uploaded. They're just not published. And the episode next week that we're going to start off with is the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, United States Tag Team Belts. The ones that were on the red strap, the most associated famously with the Midnight Express. That belt, it's going to be a brief one because there's only, as far as I know, 2 belts, and the 2 belts that were held simultaneously by each member of the tag team were the only 2 belts that were used on TV. So there's not a whole lot of variance. I just want to give specs on that one. But that's next week, so stay tuned for that one. I'll see you guys on the next video.